what's up everyone? So I'm here to talk about the Jason Genova situation, and basically I need to start from the beginning. I need to start from the very beginning of how this all happened. Very important. One day I woke up, picked up my phone in the morning, went on my Instagram, and I had, approximately 200 and something just negative comments, and when I say negative comments, they were some pretty disturbing comments, and like, we're gonna cut your head off and piss down your throat, we're gonna stab you 100 times and let all the sickening pissing oil run out of your body, and you're gonna die a slow death. You're gonna get yours. We know where you live. Just stuff like that. Which, I've gotten negative comments in the past, and they're usually, synthol man, or bloated mess, or you're gonna die soon, or what about your blood pressure or steroids? I mean, these are the comments that I get on a normal basis, every single day. And, obviously we all get some negative comments. And so these ones were quite disturbing. And, they were threatening my life. And it was just out of nowhere. It just, boom, they appeared. And, just hundreds and hundreds of negative comments. And so I continued reading them. And then, they basically, said that if you don't make, our Lord a 5% nutrition athlete, this is going to keep happening. You need to make him an athlete as soon as possible, or you will suffer the consequences, blah, blah, blah. And then finally a name appeared, and it was, Jason Genova. If you don't make Jason Genova a 5% athlete, then we're going to keep on, and we're going to come after you, and, just threats, basically. And so then I realized that the threats were coming from this person, Jason Genova. He was the cause of these threats, these comments. So I went on my Instagram, I found Jason Genova, and I found the actual post. It was the last post he had made, and it was, here it is.
Piano for not sponsoring me and not giving me a sponsorship, and not even acknowledging me. Like it says, order 66 Rich Piano. Rich Piano is getting order 66. Order 66 Rich Piano for not sponsoring me. And
so, basically it was, he ordered a 66, which I didn't know what a 66 was. Never heard of a 66 before. And I think a lot of people out there still are like, what is order 66? Well, I found out it's where he basically orders all his followers, to attack a person's social media. Just all at once, hundreds of people attack your social media, and your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, and they just leave all kinds of bad comments all at the same time. So all of a sudden there's hundreds of comments, and the life-threatening comments were the ones that were disturbing. And at this point in time, I didn't know who this Jason Genova person was, and all I knew was that he was threatening my life. And I watched that video, and I said, okay, this is the guy. I've never seen him before in my life. I have no idea who he is. What is the purpose behind this? I had never received anything of him asking to be an athlete. So I was confused. So I remember that not knowing who this individual was, which if I knew who he was at the time, I wouldn't have been as concerned, obviously. But at the time that this transpired 7 months ago, I had no idea who this person was. And I was very cautious, and Sarah was a little freaked out about it. And the next day, actually, we woke up, and there was the same thing happened on my page, and the same thing happened on her page. And they were threatening her life, Not only my life, they were threatening her life, and just saying some awful shit. And again, she would get hate comments here and there, but never hundreds of hate comments, and definitely no one ever threatened her life. So we were worried, so she canceled her hair appointment that day. She didn't want to leave the house. She wanted to cancel her Instagram account, because, she just didn't want to deal with this, what was going on. And I, talked her out of it. And when we went to the gym, I carried my gun with me, and I was cautious. I, checking my rearview mirror, looking around, just making sure my surroundings. And, it was definitely... It definitely hit us hard. We definitely were concerned. When people threaten your life, it's it's something to not take as as a joke. So I decided, let's just delete and block all these comments, and just keep deleting and blocking, and and so we started deleting and blocking, and they just kept coming. So I started calling people that I know in the industry, and then people explain to me that this guy does this to other people, and what he does is he's basically bullying you into getting what he wants, and he normally gets what he wants by doing this, because people they just want it to stop, they just want to do whatever it takes to get it to stop. So he's done it to other people, and they give him what he wants, and then he puts a stop, and then they stop. So I honestly, I wasn't going to make him an athlete because he was threatening my life. That was something, I just wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to let someone threaten me, and, I wasn't going to bow down and give him what he wants because he's threatening me. That's not my personality. I'm not, and so this went on for 3 or 4 days. And I think by me not giving him what they wanted, finally it stopped. They realized that, it wasn't going to get anywhere. Now, I've already voiced my opinion that at the time, I looked at all the people that were leaving these comments, and to me, it seemed like all the profiles were fake because they didn't have a picture and they didn't have any followers. So, it's obvious that these are fake profiles. So that led me to believe that if they're fake profiles, let me think about it. Who's making these fake profiles up? Well, obviously Jason Genova is making the fake profiles. So the profiles didn't have any followers, didn't have a picture. There wasn't anything going on them. So I don't know. I've already said this, and people are saying I'm an idiot to think that they're fake profiles, but I'm telling you, they are. They were, because there was no pictures posted. There was no followers. There was like 1 or 2 pictures posted on their entire fucking Instagram. So to me, it was clear. And, my first assumption was, who's making these fake profiles and attacking me and threatening my life? Well, to me, it had to be Jason. That's just what I came up with. So, it finally came to a stop, but, I was still upset about the situation. So, when he came to my booth, I was assuming he was going to start with an apology, hey, Rich, I apologize, and that would have been great. And that would have squashed everything. This happened 7 months ago, but, he didn't start off with an apology. He was more concerned with just getting video footage of me and talking about doing a collab video, with me. And that's all he was concerned with, was doing a collab video. Now, Louis Marco interviewed him, and he said the reason he did the Order 66 was because he wanted to do a video with me. Now, so the thing that started this whole problem was him wanting to do a collab video with me, or wanting to be an athlete, and me not addressing that, which I never got any requests from him. I mean, he probably sent it to 5% Nutrition, who knows. But actually, I'm sorry. I talked to him earlier today. I talked to him earlier today, and he basically said he sent the message on my DM. And I don't read my personal IG messages because I get hundreds a day, you know, and it's just, I don't have the time for that. You know, I read my comments always, but I don't read personal messages. I don't read my Facebook messages. Again, I get hundreds and hundreds a day. It's out of control how many I get. There's no way I could read those. I would get nothing accomplished in the day. So that was the reasoning for all of this, was me not doing a collab video and not offering him a sponsorship. So the first thing that came out of his mouth when he came to the booth was he wanted to talk about what we're going to film. You know, no thought of apology. Now, when I brought it up to him, I gave him opportunity to apologize or bring it up, and he did not. You know, there was no thought of it, no care in the world about what he did 7 months ago. All he cared about is what he was going to do with me today, you know? And it doesn't make any sense that he wouldn't have any, you know, about what happened, you know? So I brought it up to him and said, you know, did you order 66 meat? And then he's like, oh yeah. And he kind of laughed and said it was a joke, and, you know, kind of acted like it wasn't a big deal. And he could see that I obviously didn't laugh and didn't think, you know, that it was not a big deal. And, you know, then he apologized, and I basically said, let's squash this and let's slap box for 5 seconds. And I said, you want to? And he said, sure. And I said, are you sure? And he said, yeah. So, you know, we went and, you know, did a little slap boxing, and, you know, did I hit him hard? No. Now, 2 of the hits were a little harder than the rest. Probably 5 of them were, you know, I barely tapped him, and then 2 of them where I gave him a pretty good little pop, you know, but definitely, you know, didn't hit him hard, didn't hit him, you know, as hard as, you know, as if I was upset or pissed or, you know, wanted to knock him out or knock him down. But, you know, gave him a pretty good, you know, boom, 2 of those shots, I gotta admit, you know, and then afterwards, you know, we hugged. I said, all right, did you learn your lesson? No more, you know, 66s on people. And he said, no more. And I said, you know, you can't do that. You know, basically you can't bully people into getting your way. You know, you can't threaten people's lives. You can't threaten, you know, people's wives. You know, that's just, there is no excuse in the world to threaten someone's life or to threaten their wife's life. I mean, what people have to understand is that there's people out there that if you threaten their life, they're going to take you serious, and they're going to come to and end up on your doorstep, you know, and, you know, who knows, you know, but I'm just being honest that, you know, threatening someone's life is not something, you know, you can go around doing, and definitely not threatening, you know, their wife's, you know, life. And, you know, I know recently they hit, you know, Damon Physique, I don't even know his name, Devin Physique, I'm sorry. And they threatened his mom's life, you know, and they said they were gonna beat her brains in with a baseball bat, you know, and this is Devin's mom. I mean, fine, you know, you're mad at Devin. I don't know why you're mad at Devin. I don't know did he do something personally to you? I don't really know this story or the details, just other people brought this up to me when I talked to them today about my situation. They brought it up and they said that, you know, that he threatened Devin's mom's life and said they were going to beat her brains in with a baseball bat. And this is his mom. I mean, come on, you know, you're going to threaten someone's mom. I don't know what Devin did to Jason. I don't know what he did to him. My assumption is that he did nothing to him, the same as in my situation as I did nothing to him. And, you know, for him to, you know, come after me in that manner and send his people after me, it's crazy. And to go after Devin like that, and I mean, I heard Devin did some kind of photoshopping, but I don't know if that justifies threatening his mom's life. I don't know if that justifies sending your people after him and threatening him and, you know, fucking up his social media. I mean, fuck. The guy photoshopped. Who the fuck cares? I mean, really, honestly, think about it. Who fucking cares if you Photoshop? If you don't like it, don't follow him. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people don't realize that, Instagram is full of Photoshop. Everyone, I mean, not everyone, but a lot of people on there are Photoshop. This industry it is what it is, fuck. There's no reason to get mad at fucking people Photoshopping. Or if someone doesn't want to put you on their team, which wasn't even the case with me. I never even got the memo that he wanted to be on the team. But even if I did, and I mean, I turned other people down, for athletes because, it's my choice. That's my choice. And I don't think that you're going to come after me and threaten my life because I'm not putting you on the team. I mean, that doesn't really make much sense, but that was the case. And so, what I do want to say is at the point in time when this incident happened, I had no idea anything about Jason Genova. I didn't know he had a learning disability. I didn't know he was slow. I mean, this was all pointed out to me after the fact. I mean, even when I was talking to Louis Marco on the phone, I didn't realize this information, Once I started actually, looking at comments and listening to people and talking to people, that's when it hit me. And I saw what people were writing and I'm like, what are they talking about? He's slow, I mean, I don't know. All I know is he fucking threatened my life and, threatened my wife's life and, fucked up my social media. And, to me, I was thinking other thoughts about him. I was thinking he was crazy in a crazy kind of Charles Manson way, and when I watched that video, I'm just being honest, the video it didn't seem, it just was a video of him ordering a 66. And, I've talked to him on the phone now. I've talked to him a lot on the phone. I've actually went and looked at some of his stuff on his request, and it's quite obvious to me that he is slow. It is quite obvious that he has learning disabilities, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I had no fucking idea when this incident happened that he had any kind of learning disabilities. And whether you believe me or not, it's the fucking truth. I don't know much about any people in the fitness industry because I don't follow people in the fitness industry. I do my thing and that's it. I go to the expos and I do my thing and I leave. I don't walk around the expo. I don't go, meet other people at the expo, and I definitely don't follow people on YouTube. I really don't have time in my day. I'm running a company and it takes all my time up, and if you guys notice that even my posting on my social media has gone way down. I mean, I go days without posting on Instagram, which is not good, and the reason being is because I'm so fucking busy. So if I don't have time to post on my own Instagram, I definitely don't have time to look at other people's, and I don't go on Instagram. I don't go on YouTube. I'm only there posting my stuff and I read my comments and that's it. It's like my little world, and that's all it is I have my fans, and I like to motivate my fans and educate my fans, and I enjoy it. And I love when I go to an expo and people come up and they're like, oh, Rich, you helped me so much. You've done this, you've done that. It feels good. It's great. And it motivates me to keep being my best. And like I said, all together, it's like a team. We motivate each other to be the best we can be. So as far as the Jason incident, I had no idea, that he had learning disabilities. And if I did have any idea, I would have never, took it to the level I took it to. Now, in my opinion, when this happened, this was nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you, that someone threatening your life and you slap them around a little bit, to knock some sense into them, like, look, you can't go around threatening people's lives. To me, that was nothing compared to threatening someone's life, and if someone threatened my wife's life and I saw him in the gym somewhere, I'd probably go up and slap him around and be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? What's wrong with you threatening my wife's life? Have you lost your fucking mind? And I would knock him around a little bit. I'm sorry, people, if you disagree with that, I'm sorry, but threatening someone's life is serious. And I don't know if you've ever had your life threatened or if you've ever had your wife's life threatened, but I guarantee if you woke up in the morning and there was 100 comments, 200 comments to your wife saying they're gonna fucking kill her, and she's a disgusting whore that, is gonna die, a torturous way, and she gets what she deserves. I mean, shit like that. You tell me what you're gonna think. I don't take that stuff lightly, and I don't think anyone would. And we've talked, me and Jason, and I'm telling you guys that Jason, when people are laughing at him and joking, he's not joking around. And I've just discovered this today, having a conversation with, listening to him tell me about, his life and how everybody fucking makes fun of him and everyone talks shit and, say that he's not a smart guy and he's this and he's that. And he told me all the things that people say. And, he is a smart guy, and he is working social media and he's building his social media. And, his goal is to be, one of the top YouTubers, and, I have to admit, he's definitely growing and he's definitely doing what he needs to do. And he was asking me for tips and I was giving him tips and, we had a long conversation and, I actually feel really bad for the guy and, he asked me if I'd be his friend and you know what? I mean, we squashed that shit at the expo. We squashed it. We hugged, we shook hands and, and I said, are we good? He said, yes. I said, you understand? He says, yes. I said, you can't do that. He's like, yes. So, again, I'm not saying I was right. I apologized to him on the phone. And if looking back, if I had any idea that he had a learning disability or was slow, I would have never taken it to that level. And, so I apologize and I'm admitting to everyone that I was wrong for taking that level. But I'm just letting everyone know that at the time this happened, I had no fucking idea that he had any kind of disability at all. And you guys will say, oh, that doesn't make sense. How could you not know? Well, it doesn't make sense because I don't fucking go on YouTube. I don't watch people's videos. People ask me all the time, they're like, did you see this video? Have you seen this? Have you seen what so-and-so's? I'm like, no, I don't watch that shit. I'm busy working. And, just because other people, that their day consists of, watching YouTube and following people on Instagram and scrolling through Instagram newsfeed and Facebook newsfeed, not everyone lives on Facebook and Instagram. Now, I have to admit, most people do. And my opinion of that is that it's not a good situation. I think there's a lot of time wasted on social media, and I believe that people, need to be more productive in their life, and spend that time more wisely, and spend that time, achieving their goals. And again, you're watching motivating videos, and you're watching people that motivate you and inspire you to start your day off right. Then that's wonderful. That's what I hope my videos do. That's what I hope that my videos, and from what I hear, that's what people do. They wake up in the morning, they eat breakfast, and they watch my video. It motivates them for the day, and they go out and they fucking kill it, and they have a great day. And, I think we all need that kind of motivation. And, there's motivating videos that I watch on YouTube also. And, there's a lot of incredible motivating videos out there. And, that's the kind of stuff I watch. I've never been interested in other people's lives. I've never been interested in reality shows. It's not something that I've ever been interested in. I think that our goal in life should be, we have such an exciting life that we don't need to live life through other people's lives, And I think a lot of people, their lives are so boring that they have to live their life through other people's lives. And I've never had that problem. I've always tried to make my life as wonderful as possible. And I definitely, am having a good enough time with my own life to not have to go, live through other people's lives. And, what I'm saying is the absolute truth. And that's anyone that knows me knows that I'm never on, the social media. I don't know what the fuck's going on in the industry. I don't know who won the last pro bodybuilding contest, and I have pro athletes on my team, and I just don't have time for it. And I don't even have time for my own social media, let alone other people's. So anyway, I guess my main point is just that, that I definitely, if I knew more about Jason to begin with in the beginning, I wouldn't have been concerned with my well-being. I wouldn't have been concerned with my wife's, well-being. I wouldn't have been, it affected us in a big way because we didn't know who this person was. If we knew who he was, we would have realized, oh, this is a fucking joke. It's just them, fucking up our shit for fun and games, because that's what they do, you know. And at the time, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know. All I knew was he's threatening my life. He's threatening my wife's life, and this is some fucked up shit, you know. And I'm carrying my fucking gun around, paranoid that, you know, someone's gonna fucking pop out and fucking kill us. So, you know, now I know who he is, and I talked to him, and even at the expo when he came up to me, he said, "Oh, I was just joking around," you know. And it's like, you know, threatening someone's life, that's not joking around, you know. That there is no, I'm sorry, but there is nothing joking about that, you know. I could not leave a message on someone's Instagram threatening their wife's life and at all think that that's funny, you know. It's not. And you know, I think that, you know, things could end up a lot worse threatening the wrong person, you know. And people don't take that lightly. People shouldn't take that lightly. And anyway, guys, I hope this clears up, you know, a lot of what transpired. And the people out there that, if you're concerned because you had a disability, then I'm right with you. I'm 100% with you. I agree with you 100%. And I would have never, you know, done what I did if I knew he had a disability. But not having a disability, if someone threatens my wife, threatens me, you know, says a bunch of shit on my Instagram, and I know who they are, and I run into somewhere, I'm probably going to confront them on it. I'm going to, you know. And so, I mean, that's the way it is. And I think a lot of people out there would do the same, you know. And when people start threatening your wife or threatening your mom, you know, Devin Physique, you know, they're threatening his mom's fucking life, and they're saying they're going to beat her brains with a baseball bat. You know, I mean, that's, you know, if Devin's walking somewhere with his mom, you know, and he sees a group of people that he knows is associated with, you know, Jason, I mean, that's something to be concerned about, in my opinion. You know, they just threaten that they're going to beat your mom's brains in with a baseball bat, you know. And, you know, you're walking to the expo and you see him and a couple of his friends walking your direction. You know, that could be some scary shit, you know. And a lot of people might laugh and be like, "Oh no," but think about that shit. Think about it. You know, you can't threaten you're gonna fucking kill someone. I mean, you just can't do that. It's just not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. And it is illegal. That is a felony. To threaten someone's life is a felony. Now the problem is these people, you know, they're fake profiles, so you don't know who it is. But I'm just saying that, you know, there was hundreds and hundreds of felonies, you know, that were done against me and against my wife. I mean, it's a felony to threaten someone's life. So, you know, anyway, guys, I'm kind of blown away by the backlash and everything, unless the people don't realize what transpired ahead of time. But, you know, threatening someone's life is a felony. And, you know, the guys, you know, Jason Genova, he called a 66 on shreds, and Devin Physique, I believe, this is what I was told, I could be wrong, this is what I was told. And, you know, the guys out there, whoever wrote that text to his mom, saying they're going to bash her brains in with a baseball bat. I mean that person's got some serious psychological problems. That person's fucked up. And, you know, if someone said they were going to bash my mom's brains in with a baseball bat, would I do something about it? Yeah, I would beat the fuck out of the person. I'm just being honest with you. If you guys don't understand that, or you can't understand being protective over your family when someone is threatening their life for no reason at all, they just decide to threaten your mom or there's no excuse for that, none. So anyway, guys, again, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. And, you know, if I knew he was disabled, I wouldn't have done what I did. But on the other hand, hopefully we solved this problem. Hopefully he's not going to order 66 on people again. Hopefully there is a lesson learned, and hopefully there's out of all this, people will realize that, you know, you can't go around threatening people. You can't go around threatening their lives, you know.